I give the floor to the distinguished representative of Armenia to introduce draft resolution A/80/L.72.
Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, I'm particularly pleased today to introduce draft resolution A/80/L72 entitled Education for Peace, which Armenia initiated with support of the core group countries Chile, France, Kazakhstan, Nepal, and Mongolia. The draft resolution presented under the agenda item 13 seeks to acknowledge the important role of education in fostering peaceful, just, and inclusive societies and promoting a culture of peace and non-violence. Education is one of the strongest foundations of peace. Societies that invest in education invest in resilience, dialogue, mutual understanding, and peaceful coexistence. It is with this vision that the government of Armenia has declared education to be the strategy of strategies, recognizing education as an indispensable pillar of sustainable peace building. As we continue to face global challenges such as armed conflicts, poverty, environmental degradation, xenophobia, gender-based violence, hybrid threats, and misinformation, investing in education and lifelong learning is crucial to equip people with knowledge and skills to adapt to the rapidly changing world. Building on the UNESCO recommendation on education for peace and human rights, international understanding, cooperation, fundamental freedoms, global citizenship, and sustainable development, the resolution aims to promote the role of education, tolerance, mutual respect, cultural diversity, global citizenship, and human rights, thus contributing to the existing initiatives of the UN system, including specialized agencies. The draft resolution emphasizes the role of education in empowering young people and promoting their full, equal, and meaningful participation in all spheres of public life. It reaffirms the need to strengthen efforts to realize the right to education for all women and girls. The resolution further recognizes the importance of safeguarding the right to education for children and learners affected by humanitarian crises, including refugees, internally displaced persons, victims of racial discrimination, and persons in vulnerable situations, including persons with disabilities. The resolution contains important measures, most notably to provide age-appropriate education in schools that builds a culture of peace and non-violence, to strengthen effort through education to build peaceful, just, and inclusive societies, provide access to justice for all, and uphold human rights and fundamental freedoms. The resolution also encourages member states to promote education for peace in addressing the root causes of conflict, fostering mutual trust, and strengthening social cohesion. It further invites member states to implement the UNESCO recommendation through system-wide efforts and across all levels of education. The draft resolution is the outcome of substantive negotiations. From the very beginning, our goal was to achieve a consensual resolution. For this purpose, Armenia took an open, transparent, and inclusive approach, taking into account all the views and concerns expressed to forge consensus around the noble objectives of the draft resolution. I should not conclude without expressing Armenia's sincere gratitude to all the delegations for the valuable insight and constructive contribution. The draft resolution that enriched the draft resolution throughout the negotiation process. Their good faith and cooperative approach enable us to achieve consensus on the text. I would also like to warmly thank the member states that have already become sponsors of this initiative, and I hope for the support and sponsorship of other delegations that have not yet done so. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the distinguished representative of Armenia. We shall now proceed to consider draft resolution A/80/L.72. For your information, the draft resolution has closed for e-sponsorship. I now give the floor to the representative of the Secretariat.
Mr. President, I should like to announce that since the submission of the draft resolution, and in addition to the delegations listed on the L document, The following countries have also become co-sponsors of L72: Algeria, Andorra, Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Austria, Bahamas, Belgium, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Bulgaria, Central African Republic, China, Cote d'Ivoire, Croatia, Cyprus, Czechia, Denmark, Djibouti, Dominican Republic, Egypt, El Salvador, Estonia, Fiji, Finland, Gabon, Georgia, Germany, Greece, Guatemala, Guyana, Hungary, Iceland, India, Iraq, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Kenya, Kyrgyzstan, Latvia, Lebanon, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malawi, Maldives, Malta, Montenegro, Morocco, Myanmar, Oman, Palau, Panama, Poland, Portugal, Republic of Moldova, Romania, Rwanda, Samoa, San Marino, Senegal, Serbia, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, Spain, Sri Lanka, Sweden, Switzerland, Timor-Leste, Tonga, Uzbekistan, and Vietnam. If any other countries wish to co-sponsor L72, please press the microphone button now. Mr. President, I see the Congo, Mali, Philippines, Jordan, United Republic of Tanzania, Vanuatu, although Vanuatu is already on the L document, North Macedonia, Colombia, Lesotho, Honduras, Cambodia, Dominican Republic, Eswatini, Peru, Togo, Ecuador, Namibia, Chad, Gabon, that concludes the additional co-sponsorship. Thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the representative of the Secretariat. The Assembly will now take a decision on draft resolution A/80/L.72 entitled Education for Peace. May I take that the Assembly decides to adopt the draft resolution A/80/L.72? So decided.